Hi pen fans, this is Brian at edisonpen.com. I hope that everybody's doing really well. Hey, I'm really happy to announce there's a new pen model to announce. This pen will be called the Pearlette, and you can probably guess by the name that it's going to be a smaller version of the Pearl. Essentially, it's very similar to the Pearl, but it'll be thinner, a little bit shorter, and it also is going to will use a smaller number 5 nib. When we were deciding on what to name this pen, originally we thought maybe the Mini Pearl, but anyone that's my age or older will probably realize why that's not a great name for a pen. If you don't know what I'm referring to, then try Googling Mini Pearl, but spell it M-I-N-N-I-E. Probably not a great name. Anyways, let me show you what I have here with this new creation. If you go, this will be a signature line pen. This will not be a production line pen, so this is going to be available direct from me, custom. If you go to the signature line, you'll now see that I have the Pearlette up here right now, and this will take you to a slideshow showing various versions of this pen. I'm going to forego this slideshow and just go right to the Smug Mug galleries to discuss a little bit about this pen and some of the details. So by going here, you can see various versions of this. We've made some already. Anything that's in this gallery right now is actually current inventory. I'll make sure that I have these in the current inventory galleries, so that all of these are available right now. One thing that I will mention, everything that I have right now is a clipless version, but there will be a clipped version, and I'll show you a photo of that right here. Now, the reason that I don't have these available yet, take a look at this photo. That's what it will look like with a clip. It's a clip that I've never used before. It's slender, it's elegant. I like it a lot. You'll also notice in this photo that this clip looks like it's a little bit crooked, and that's because it is. The bottom line is that all of these clips are out being plated right now. As soon as they get back to me, then I'll have this pen engineered and all finished with the clip to go. If you're wondering, hey, well, why is he launching this pen when there really isn't even a clip available yet? Well, keep in mind that custom orders right now, I'm backlogged about 4 or 5 weeks. So the clips will be here before you place, before I would even be ready to ship a pen regardless, unless of course you wanted current inventory, but all that we have is clipless right now. So it looks like this clip is a little bit crooked. Like I said, it is. The reason is because I just laid it on top of the pen for the photo. It's really not engineered into the pen yet. So you'll see that that's what the clipped version will look like as reference. So let's go back and I'll show you some photos here. Some differences between this pen and the Pearl, besides the thickness, besides the overall length. One is that I did engineer this pen, the Pearlette, to post very well. Take a look at this photo here. This shows the pen in my hand. I'm 5'11", average size hands. One thing that I wanted to avoid is that for people with larger hands, I didn't want this pen to be so small that you really couldn't use it. So I wanted to make sure that it posted well. And there you can see it in my hand, posted, and in this photo, unposted. Unposted in my hand, it's almost too small, but not quite. I'll go back to this photo so that you can see it larger. I'm sorry. I'll go back to this photo so that you can see it larger. But the pen does post well. Let me show you a comparison photo of this to the standard Pearl. There's a ruler for scale, and all these photos will be up on my website with the blog announcement. So if you miss this photo, or if you want to see a full-size version of this, you can go to these galleries. You can go to my website. So it's obviously a smaller pen in length and in girth. The clipped version and the clipless version will be the same length. I'm not going to have a longer version of that pen. And then I'd also like to illustrate some of the differences here when it comes to posting. Now up here on top, you'll see that this is the regular Pearl, unposted and posted. Now take a look. If you draw a line right here, you can see that there's only about maybe a ½ an inch of the Pearl that actually penetrates into the cap. Now, I'm the first to admit that the Pearl really doesn't post that great. It posts okay. The pen's going to stay there, but I really didn't design it to be a posting pen. I think that it's pretty well balanced, and I think that it feels fine without posting it. But since the Pearlette is smaller, take a look. If you draw a line in this direction, you'll see that there's about a good full inch or so of barrel that penetrates into the cap. That makes this a very good posting pen. Obviously, you can see there's a difference in the sections as well. This uses the number 5 nib rather than the number 6 nib. I'll get into some details with those nibs, because remember that there's some neat super wide italic options with those nibs. So that covers a lot of the details that I'd like to show here, at least in the galleries. If you go to the edisonpen.com and then go to the signature line, I'll work you through this. edisonpen.com, signature line, there's the Pearlette. You'll see all the dimensions right there. It's an awfully light pen at 18 grams with the cap, 12 grams without the cap. You can see the body diameter here and the length capped and uncapped. Price, this will be less than the regular Pearl. It's going to be $225 with a steel nib, $325 with a gold nib. And then the bulb filling mechanism, I'm not sure about this yet. If I can do this as a bulb filler, I'm not positive at this point. Because the barrel is shorter, that will also shorten the length of the bulb sac. And essentially, a bulb filler is dependent on the sac pushing a certain amount of ink and air when it compresses and creates a vacuum. If the bulb becomes too small, then it's not going to move enough air and ink to actually fill the pen. So at this point in time, I don't know if I can make a bulb filler Pearlette. If I did enlarge that sac, then that means that the actual ink reservoir would become really small, and it might just look really strange to have a little teeny tiny pen with the bulb filling mechanism that's large enough to actually make it work. So at this point, if anybody wants a bulb filler, contact me, and I'll make sure that I get the homework done that I need to figure it out. But I'm not saying it's impossible. So what other details do I need to cover here? I think that's really about it. If anybody has any questions, let me know. But like I said, the pens that you see in those galleries now are available if you like them. Only clipless right now, but if you're ordering a pen, remember that the clips will be here in time for me to get your pen made anyways, because we're talking about probably a 4 or 5 week wait. That's what my current backlog is regardless. So anyways, if anybody has any feedback or questions on this pen, I'm sure there will be questions. I probably didn't cover everything that I needed to, but reach out to me, send me an email, and I'll let you guys know all the information that I can. Okay? Everybody have a good one. Take care. Hey there, I'm back. One thing that I did forget to mention is that I think a really neat feature of this Pearlette is that I do have some really neat nib options. If you follow me here, the smaller pens, such as the new Pearlette, as well as the Mina, that you may, the extended Mina and the regular Mina, they use these number 5 nibs, which you see here. Now, obviously, I've got the 18K version, I've got steel versions, but I do have this 1.5 millimeter italic, 1.9 millimeter italic, and a huge 2.3 millimeter italic. Now these come straight from the factory to me as is. So if you're looking for a less expensive alternative with a nice italic nib, I don't need to charge a grind for this. So these nibs come on the Mina or the Pearlette stock italic without the extra cost of having to grind a round nib to an italic. Okay, everybody take care. See ya.